first time I saw Shrek, it was clear to me that DreamWorks PDI had concentrated a lot on things like water and fire and all of those elements. And apart from it being an extraordinarily funny film, they had brought something new to the party.
You know, short films are invaluable. They are great calling cards. We look at them all the time. They are great investments for, you know, young filmmakers to do.
I'm an enormous fan of short films. I think that they have a unique place in our industry.
So I'm going to give you a kind of overview of a little bit about the story.
The most ambitious project, with 15 characters and lots of dialogue, is Ben Locke's film Elroy III.
First of all, talk a bit about the story.
He hopes to win over the selection board with his script. Finally, the verdict on Ben Locke.
That was amazing. I mean, that is a movie pretty much there. 6 to 8 minutes. We'll see. But it was a terrific pitch. I mean, I really enjoyed that. I actually could see that film in my mind as he was talking through it. So I kind of want to see that one. But it's probably the most ambitious of them all, I would say.
In London, Ben Locke has set up office at Westbourne Studios. As his film is the most ambitious, he has assembled a team to help him complete the project. But there's a catch.
Basically, we've got a modeller in Russia, who's Timur. He's doing some great work for me and sending some nice samples over. I've got modellers also in Scotland and Bristol. And unfortunately, slightly, my production coordinator has just gone to China. So we're now negotiating schedules as we speak, actually.
As well as keeping on schedule and coordinating his team, Ben has plenty to do himself. In London, Ben Locke is making the most ambitious film. He is the only animator who has decided to have a set built by a designer and has asked a professional photographer to take digital stills of it.
It's very much a fantasy world, and what I'm hoping and trying to get from the stills is a sense of the texture. Okay, because it's, you know, real and it's got bits of paint and wood and all these sorts of things. It's very difficult to recreate that in the computer. You know, take a long time to model all of this. You know,
it's a mixture of model and digital.
Yeah, and backgrounds and painted and things like that. So we've got the 3D character here. So this character then gets placed into the final scene. So we get that kind of a look. Okay, we then use the computer to put in the rest of the house and the backgrounds, and then we insert the characters in and they walk around. So here you've got a 2D painted background, you've got the 3D model set, and then you've got the 3D characters. So the idea is to blend all these different styles together in the computer at the end, which is the compositing part.
Okay. .6.
The stills will form part of the background for his characters, the so-called backplates.
Hi, it's very late. It's some ungodly hour in the morning. It was Easter weekend. I've missed that, unfortunately. But I have managed to get over 200 plates shot to the backgrounds of the film.
Ben has decided to have real actors perform all the scenes of his animated film. This is a time-consuming process, which the other filmmakers are not even going to attempt.
Well, I've just had a really good day, actually. Been casting for the actors who are going to play parts in the film. The idea there is to film everything, so we've got great reference for the animators. It doesn't normally happen this way, so I'm quite keen to see what comes out of it.
For a first-time filmmaker, Ben has set himself a colossal challenge. Ben is happy with his progress, but the complicated sets and sophisticated compositing of his backgrounds has seriously delayed his animators, who need to model and animate the characters.
What do you see happening around the face? What do you think be able to do with that?
Well, the main problem, I think, is going to be how we're going to animate them.
Right.
If we're going to use blend shapes, or we rather cut the geometry and then just basically animate it as if it was a string puppet or something.
Right.
I mean, it just really depends what style you know, you're going for, really.
Yeah. Well, the idea is really that we keep these characters quite kind of puppet-like, as we've talked about, with, you know, very simple joints, and, you know, we don't have to worry about muscles or anything like that.
With Grandin, I felt like he's very much like talking, like through his jaw, like I just see it rotating, like in that direction. It's just up, down.
And how's the rest of the face moved? Do we get any movement around the cheeks or under the eyes? I mean, I don't know if we need it, but certainly the eyebrows here, we're going to need to get some expression in that.
I think the eyebrows could be just animated by just, you know, selecting them and then just sort of rotating them. I think that would be the way I would do it.
Ben and his team still have a lot to do if they want to finish this ambitious project in time for the festival. Ben is also trying to achieve something new in combining 2D and 3D elements in his film.
Hello?
This, coupled with the fact that his team is scattered all over the globe, has put him seriously behind schedule.
We're going to have a look.
Ben wants his film to look different, but this will take time, as he has to add a background to each photograph and then superimpose each of his 3D characters.
Well, this is the really exciting part. This is when we get things into the computer and start putting together all the different elements to make those final shots. So here I'm working on background plates and taking those shots from downstairs in the studio. We've done all the keying and the matting, and now I'm actually blending different elements together to create that final look. These will then go to the animators, who can then see exactly where their characters need to go and how they need to move. It's not just making a film. It's keeping track of a team, keeping track of a schedule and a budget, which is all very difficult. And then the next part is the creative element, where you're really just concentrating on the story, the look of the film, the way the characters are moving. Every single element needs to be thought about.
Grandpa's like a proper family.
I'm really pleased with the response of what we showed here at the festival, and people have come up and said it looks really interesting, looks really exciting, can't wait to see the film. And that's really the best thing you can hear.
Then Yellow picked up a potato head brother and took him to Grandpa.